Good morning, brothers and sisters. Have you shouted for joy yet? You shall shout for joy, for our lives are so glorious. Not only the Lord has saved us from sin, He has bound us closely together with His glorious will. There was one night I sang the hymn and worshipped the Lord with brothers and sisters. We sang the lyrics of United with the Lord. My heart was so happy, for our life before was without any meaning and direction. But it is not the same any more. My life has united closely with the will of the Lord. I can fight the good fight for the Lord, to respond His love to me, to build His love dream in my life, which has not been achieved throughout these generations, which is the glorious bride, the church which is after His heart. I find I am so glorious that I can understand the Lord's heart, to stay by His side and finish the household after His heart in all lands. Brothers and sisters, we shall be excited to step on the third stage, for the Lord has really committed us, and He is coming soon, and the church will be finished gloriously. He is accountable to the end. I give thanks that the Lord has put us in this generation. It is the finishing time, and we are the last runner in the relay. May the Christians rise up in all lands to take on the glorious plan of the Lord. Should we sing a hymn to worship the Lord? It's in Songs of Love 2, Song 177. Our third stages, take up the task, finish His will. We will sing the fourth and the fifth stanzas. We walk with joy on to the third stage, run together this final journey. We're heart to heart, build a church He desires, fulfilled His dream, completes the Lord's will. He will come back to receive His bride, to live with Him sweet eternity. O Lord, keep me till I see Your face. Brothers, sisters, arise with joy. May you walk on this glorious journey. Lift out His will with Abba and the Lord. March on with Him and fight the good fight. Let's offer Him what's His long desire. For Him we'll write the glorious last page. With our dear Lord we'll make sweet memories. I find the content in the hymn is so precious, but I treasure more is the Lord Himself. When I'm singing, I focus on Him. I also think of Him. I sing to Him, and also I will take notice of the content in the hymn. I will enjoy in it. I will give thanks for those precious truths. I'm grateful about it. I will respond to Him. The last sentence in the fourth stanza mentioned, keep me till I see Your face. Truly, this is my wish. I was singing this sentence with my strength, for I really want the last path of my life ahead can stand before Him gloriously, not to let Him down or disappoint Him. On the other hand, in the fifth stanza, I really treasure to march on with the Lord and fight the good fight, to be closely with him and know his heart well. Not only the beloved and his darling are very much in love, but also can fight a good fight with him, to be his intimate fellow fighters as well, the lovers in the battlefield. I really want to write the next glorious chapter with the Lord. It is the sweet memories for me and the Lord in eternity. Shall we sing this hymn again? We walk with joy onto the fed stage, run together this final journey. We're heart to heart, build a church he desires, fulfilled his dream, completes the Lord's will. He will come back to receive his bride, to live with him sweet eternity. Oh Lord, keep me till I see your face. Brothers, sisters, arise with joy. May you walk on this glorious journey. Live thou his will with Abba and the Lord. March on with him and fight the good fight. Let's offer him what's his long desire. For him we'll write the glorious last page. With our dear Lord we'll make sweet memories. Now we have finished with the hymn. Then we shall respond to the Lord. I hope you can quiet yourself after the worshipping to respond to the Lord. I'll be the one who starts, and after that, it is your turn. Lord, thank you that you have changed our life, and you have saved us as well. You also opened our spiritual eyes. Not only you wanted to save us, to be blameless and to go to heaven, you even like to co-work with us to accomplish the church which is after your heart. You really want us to step on the glorious path. Not only we can go to heaven through you, you even count us in to finish the church after your will. Lord, may you bless us to step on the glorious path, so that we dwell with Abba and the Lord, to live out your will. O Lord, I really want to give you what the church couldn't give throughout the ages. Lord, may you bless us. Well, brothers and sisters, I hope you have some time to draw near the Lord and enjoy him. You can pour out your hearts before him. You can stop the recording and come back when you're done. Then we will read the verse in the Bible. May the Lord bless you. Brothers and sisters, we will read in Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 15. Let us read the verse. Catch the foxes for us, the little foxes that spoil the vineyards, for our vineyards are in blossom. Do you remember the previous verse before this one, which is chapter 2, verse 14? It is the verse of the beloved. The Lord longs to be close with us. He longs us to rise up and come away with him in his calling of love. He longs for us to coordinate and accomplish his plan with him. It's time to do some work in this verse. Yet the Lord would like us to enjoy Him first in verse 14, to meet Him face to face, to stay with Him personally. This reminded me in the second letter from Timothy. It is the hard-working farmer who ought to have the first share of the crops. I was attracted by the word first. We have to know the priority and don't mess up the order. We shall do the most important thing first. The word first is according to the time and space, which is the first priority. Hence, the farmer shall eat first before his hard works. This path is very clear, and I don't mind to share with you again. On the other hand, it is God who loved us first. For if we have to love others, then we shall enjoy God first, so that the love of God compels us. In the second letter from Timothy mentioned, it is the hard-working farmer who ought to have the first share of the crops. The word ought to means that it is morally right to do, so it is the first priority. To enjoy first, to be satisfied spiritually, then we are strengthened to love others. Let us think. Farming is hard work. They have to plant, to sow, irrigation, to kill the weeds, etc. Just like what we are doing, to take care of brothers and sisters, to build the church and preach the gospel, and we may experience the difficulties. Hence, we shall be strengthened to do our work. And what we give is love. It is not just the physical strength, but spiritually. Not that you eat more and then your stomach is full, but only God can refresh our spirits. O my strength, my God is my strength. We have to return to the fountain. Then we are strengthened by His love. Hence, the Bible has mentioned clearly, the first thing we have to do every day is to draw near the Lord. But one thing is necessary. The beloved said to the darling to rise up and come away. Not only the life, just two of them being together. He declared we have to be in one heart with the Lord to build the vineyard and keep the vineyard. This is the work of the Lord in His heart. We shall build the church with Him in one accord. Here it mentioned one thing which we need to do in the vineyard with Him. That is to catch the foxes. There is a spiritual meaning to take away those which hinder us to bear fruits and grow. It could be the difficulties or the work of the enemies. Fox give us the first impression is cunning like the devil and the enemies. And never look down on the little foxes. They may not become the threat to you directly, but their destructive force are great. Don't underestimate it, for it will affect the harvest. Hence, it is a reminder to us that it may be a minor matter to have the enemies, but their influence are great. We have to be careful in a minor thing. Even we have minor weakness, but the harm could be great. It may spoil the vineyard. Hence, we shall never give way to the world or to the enemies. We shall be strengthened in weakness. We shall not allow our weakness in us be magnified, to hinder the will of the Lord. So what shall we do? We have to put our trust in the Lord. We shall draw near Him and trust in His grace. I think of the second letter to Corinthians chapter 12 mentioned. But He said to me, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. In fact, when we trust in Him and have faith in Him, His power is made perfect in weakness. That means we can overcome our weaknesses. That's including the big and small weakness. Then Paul continued, Therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Brothers and sisters, Paul was the role model to us that he was not afraid of his weakness or his inability. The most important is to put his trust in the Lord, so that the power of Christ could be his help. Paul had the full confidence in the Lord. Even he said, "Whenever I am weak, then I am strong." We can overcome when we put our trust in the Lord. When I think of the little foxes, we have some holes spiritually. We shall not let it grow. If there is a small hole at the bottom of the bucket, then the whole bucket of water will leak. The bigger the hole in the bucket, the faster of the water leakage. We have to fill the hole. We shall overcome these holes spiritually through the Lord. The weakness or difficulties are different for everyone. Some like to do the comparison with others. Some get jealous or suspicious easily. Some are impulsive, or they cannot humble themselves, or some cannot bear with others. You see, this may be a little loophole, but one person may have a few holes. If these loopholes are rolled into one, that could be awful. The holes in our spirits are not terrible. The most important is to know how to compensate the shortcomings. If these loopholes get bigger and bigger, then it is harmful to our life. But we don't have to scare. The grace of the Lord is sufficient for us. He will help us to see and fill up the hole. May we catch these little foxes with the Lord. I think we're not good at catching the foxes. We need the Lord to teach us, so we can listen to the advice from brothers and sisters. Sometimes brothers and sisters will persuade us in order to make up a deficiency. We shall have a humble heart. Besides, we listen to the Lord to draw near him and let him shine upon us. We shall accept the advice from brothers and sisters as well. Then this is how we can be more perfect. Not only we give no opportunity for the devil to harm the church and brothers and sisters, and be careful we shall not become the little foxes. I have to give thanks to the Lord that I think of myself. Since I was a young believer until now, I was changed greatly by the Lord. A jagged stone I was, full of bumps and lumps. I was polished by the Lord. The training and polishing from the Lord declare his heart to us. He formed us and will not forget us. He treasures us and he wants to refine us to be the pure gold and precious stone. I have low self-esteem, but on the other hand, I was overproud to speak and domineering. But I was so grateful to the Lord. He didn't forsake me. Not that I'm very good and smart, but I still have room for improvement. He will continue to train and polish me. Have the Lord changed you greatly? He is helping to get over with your tiny habits or little flaws. You can share with us. I'm so gracious to the Lord that his hand will continue to shape us. We are being transformed to be like him from glory to glory. The path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, which shines brighter and brighter until full day. All we have to do is to draw near him every day. Let him to shine upon us and to be our help. Lastly, I'd like to share my understanding. The word we are mentioned in this verse twice. Catch the foxes for us. For our vineyards are in blossom. I won't go into details about the vineyards are in blossom, for I have shared about the vines are in blossom before. The vines will bear fruit soon. I was attracted by we. The vineyard is not only belong to the Lord, but we as well. It is belonged to the Lord and us. All the things of the Lord are belonged to us as well. The Lord is happy to share his all to us. Hence, this vineyard is ours. We and the Lord are partake in this vineyard. It's so precious. We have the Lord and his glorious will in our life. It is so treasurable that we can experience and enjoy the Lord personally, and we have a share in the center of his heart. How blessed we are! We have such a glorious and precious life. What we're doing are the most important in this universe. Truly, this is beyond our imagination. is incredible. Brothers and sisters, I hope you can see the Lord who is so eager to be the closest with us. Not only He wants to be in one heart with us, He loves to walk and co-work with us. I hope we all respond to the calling of the Lord, to come away with Him, to take away the obstacle between we and the Lord, as well as the work of the enemies in the church, all the difficulties in our relationships which we are building. May the Lord make this house prosper, and makes His vineyards are in blossom and bear fruit. May the Lord bless us. Finally, I hope you have time to quiet yourself and enjoy the Lord alone. May the Lord bless you.